What if I told you there's a secret language that cuts through all the noise, the bad pickup lines, and the awkward silences to create a real, instant connection? You're probably thinking, yeah, right, another list of cheesy lines. But trust me, that's not what this is. As a woman, I can tell you my friends and I get approached a lot. In bars, coffee shops, grocery stores, online, you name it. And 99% of the time, the conversation is dead on arrival. It's boring, it's generic, and it feels like he's reading from a script he found online. It just falls flat. But every now and then, a guy says something that works. It's like a key turning a lock. It's surprising, it's intriguing, and it makes us want to talk to him. These aren't pickup lines. They're conversation starters that work because they tap into something deeper. They speak to the parts of us that want to feel seen and appreciated for more than just how we look. So in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm going to share the 5 conversation starters that men have used on me and my friends that didn't just get a response, but led to incredible conversations and, in some cases, incredible relationships. And for each one, I'm going to break down why it's so effective. And make sure you stay until the end, because I'm also going to reveal the #1 mistake men make in the first 30 seconds that makes us instantly shut down, no matter how great the opening line was. You don't want to miss it. All right, let's jump in. This first one is so effective because it's completely unexpected and it just bypasses our normal social shields. Imagine you see a woman you're drawn to. Instead of some generic compliment, you walk up with a warm, genuine smile and say, "You're going to think this is random, but you remind me of my most fun friend." Just let that sink in for a second. A few months ago, I was in a busy cafe, headphones on, totally in my own world. A guy walked past, paused, and came back. He waited for me to look up and said those exact words. I couldn't help it. I took off my headphones and just broke into a huge smile. I wasn't defensive, I was curious. Let's talk about why this is pure gold. First off, it's not about my looks. It's not, "You have a beautiful smile" or "amazing eyes." While those can be nice, that's what every other guy says. A compliment about a physical feature can honestly feel a little objectifying sometimes, but saying she reminds you of your most fun friend, that's magic. It instantly connects her in her own mind with all these positive feelings: fun, adventure, laughter, good times. You're not complimenting her appearance, you're complimenting the vibe she gives off. This creates an immediate story in her head that she needs an answer to. Who is this friend? What makes her so fun? And why do I remind him of her? You've opened a little loop in her brain that she'll want to close. This next one shows right away that you see her as a whole person, with a mind that's just as attractive as her appearance, if not more so. This signals immediate respect, and trust me, in a world where women often feel like their intelligence is overlooked, this stands out. The line is, "Excuse me, I know this is out of the blue, but I could really use an intelligent woman's opinion on something." Think about what this does. You completely flip the script. You're not approaching her to get something, like her number. You're approaching to ask for something she has that's valuable, her perspective, her intelligence. My friend Sarah, who's a brilliant lawyer, was in a bookstore looking at philosophy books. A guy came up looking genuinely stuck and used this exact line. He then asked for her take on 2 different books he was thinking of getting for his sister. Sarah told me later she was fascinated. She said, "He didn't just see a woman in a bookstore, he saw a thinker." They ended up talking for an hour about books, life, you name it. They went on a date the next week. Here's why it works so well. First, it flatters a quality that many women are proud of, but feel goes unnoticed. Having a stranger see you as smart first is deeply flattering in a way that feels earned. Second, by asking for her opinion, you frame the chat as a collaboration. You're equals. This one might be my personal favorite. It goes even deeper. It doesn't just point out a personality trait or her intelligence, it speaks to who she is at her core. It shows a level of emotional intelligence that is super rare and deeply attractive. The phrase is a version of this: "I don't know you, but you seem like the type of person who always knows how to cheer up their friends." Just feel the weight of that. It's not about being fun or smart. It's about being a source of comfort, a pillar of support. A man said something similar to me at a party once. He said, "You have the energy of someone who is fiercely loyal to their people." I was honestly speechless for a second. I just felt seen. Totally and completely seen for who I am inside. It was a compliment to my character. Here's why this is so powerful. First, it's a specific, positive observation that shows you're paying attention on a much deeper level. It says, "I'm not just looking at you, I'm sensing who you are." It implies you have the depth to see depth in others, which is very appealing. Second, it's a compliment she can't just brush off. If you say, "I like your dress," she can say, "Oh, thanks." But when you compliment her core essence, her character, there's no deflecting it. Alright, this next one is playful, clever, and it works by creating an almost unbearable amount of curiosity. It's a two-part starter that turns a normal approach into a fun little game. You'll need a bit of playful, confident energy for this one. You walk up and say the first part with a serious, sincere look on your face. "I have to ask you something, and I need you to promise me you'll be brutally honest." Then you pause. You wait. Don't say another word until she agrees. Her mind will be racing. Is this serious? Is he joking? What could he possibly want? The intrigue is huge. Once she's agreed, you lean in just a little, drop the serious look, and replace it with a mischievous grin. Then you hit her with part two. What is the absolute worst, cringiest compliment a guy has ever given you? That shift from serious to playful is a brilliant little move. It creates a burst of relief and then laughter. You've built tension and then released it in a fun, unexpected way. You've instantly shown that you don't take yourself too seriously and that you're self-aware. Here's the genius of it. You're not trying to be the cool guy with the perfect line. You're bonding with her over all the guys with bad lines. You're immediately on her team, co-conspirators against the world of awkward pickup attempts. This final starter is in many ways the most advanced. It's the simplest to say, but it requires the most genuine feeling to pull off. If you don't mean it, it will completely flop. But if you do, it can be one of the most profound compliments a woman can hear. The line is just, "I just have to tell you, I absolutely love your energy." Or a variation like, "I can't quite put my finger on it, but you have an incredible vibe." This starter is the master key because it's about everything. It's not one specific thing, not her eyes, her dress, her job. It's the total sum of her presence, the way she holds herself, the way she laughs, the look in her eye. It's a compliment to her entire being. Here's the psychology. When you compliment a woman's energy, you're giving her a compliment she can't downplay. If you say, "I love your dress," she can think, "He just likes this dress." If you say, "You have beautiful hair," she can think, "I just got it done." But when you say, "I love your energy," she can't pass the credit to something outside of herself. Her energy is uniquely hers. It's a compliment that lands right on her sense of self. But here's the critical warning. This requires 100% authenticity. You cannot fake this. We have incredibly sensitive BS detectors. You should only use this when you genuinely feel that positive magnetic pull from someone. When you say it, look her in the eyes and say it with a calm, quiet conviction. So I've given you 5 potent conversation starters. But I have to share a bonus tip that multiplies the effectiveness of every single one. Without this, even the best words will fail. The secret is your nonverbal communication. It's your body language. If your words say one thing but your body says another, she will always believe your body. There are 3 key parts. First, a genuine, warm gaze, not an intense stare, but a soft, engaged look that shows you're focused only on her. Second, an authentic smile, not a forced, nervous grin, but a real smile that reaches your eyes. Third, a relaxed, open posture, shoulders back, arms uncrossed, angled toward her, maybe leaning in just slightly to show you're engaged. Now, as promised, let's talk about the fatal mistake. You could use the perfect opener, get a great response, and still kill the entire interaction in the next 30 seconds if you do this. The first error is using a great opener and then immediately failing to listen. You're so worried about what to say next that you don't actually hear her response. A conversation is like a game of tennis, not a monologue. The second is making it all about you. You use the opener as a launchpad to just talk about your own stories and opinions. That signals you're not really interested in her, just in having an audience. But the single biggest fatal error is neediness. It's that subtle energy of seeking her approval. It's when your self-worth feels like it depends on her liking you. Women can sense this from a mile away, and it is the ultimate attraction killer. So what's the antidote? Honesty. If you get nervous and stumble over your words, you can save it with one simple phrase. "You know what, I'm sorry. To be honest, I'm just a little nervous because I think you're genuinely incredible." This is a get-out-of-jail-free card. It's disarming. It's human. It shows confidence in your vulnerability, and it's a huge compliment. It replaces that needy energy with authentic confidence and can instantly reset the entire vibe. So there you go. 5 conversation starters designed to create a connection, not just to impress. We have the surprising association, the intellectual acknowledgement, the essence observation, the irresistible curiosity hook, and the powerful vibe check. The real secret that ties them all together is that they move beyond the superficial. They're about being observant, being respectful, and being willing to see a woman as a whole person. The goal isn't just to get a number, it's to have a conversation that you both actually enjoy. Stop trying to find the perfect line and start trying to create a genuine moment. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 resonated with you the most? Which one are you brave enough to try? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And finally, if you want to learn the other side of this, the secret signs of interest that women give out that most men miss, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'll be revealing those in a future video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.